Okay, in the last video I looked at creating the GUI, which put the scoring system, the lives and the health bar on the screen. Now we're not going to use all of those all of the time, but I am going to show you in this video how to add scores to your score when you collect collectible objects. And it's very important that you follow the advice or the instructions given, because you have to do things in a specific order. Okay, so what we're going to do, if I just run my game just a second, I am going to ask you to, or what we're going to do is, whenever we go over the red gem, that's going to give us 50 points, and when we collect a blue gem, it's going to give us 100 points, and it's going to automatically add it to the score. So there are a couple of things that we need to do when we code this, and when you're coding, it's important to think logically about what processes need to take place. So when I touch the red gem, I need it to be destroyed, and then I need to add 50 points to the score. When I touch the blue gem, I need it to be destroyed, and I need it to add 100 points to the score. So that's what we're going to do. So where do we start? Well, we start by going onto the player object, because the player object is what's going to collide with the objects, and I'm going to add an event, and I'm going to add a collision event with my object, and I'm going to select my red gem first, obj gem underscore r. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of these just a second so you can see what's going to happen. So the first thing that needs to take place when we touch that gem is we need to destroy the instance. Okay, so we're going to come onto the toolbox over here, and I'm going to look for destroy instance. So there's destroy instance. So the first thing we're going to do is drag that on. Okay, so once the instance is destroyed, we need to add the points then to our score. So we're going to use a block of code called apply to. Okay, so whatever we do is going to apply to whatever we specify. So this is the apply to. Okay, and we're going to drop this arrow down, and we're going to apply to a particular object, and we're going to apply it to the GUI. So whenever we're talking about doing any work with scores or lives, we always use the apply to and the GUI controller. You can have separate controller objects for scores and lives, okay, and health, but it's just easier to combine them all into one. But if you want to have a specific one for health and a specific one for lives and a specific one for score, that's absolutely fine. You haven't got to just have one, it's just I've created just one. Okay, so we're going to apply it to obj controller GUI. Okay, so then what we need is a set score, and we're going to apply the set score to the side, okay, of this box, not underneath, because you want just to apply this instruction to here. Okay, so I'm going to set score. Let's just do score because it's a bit funny when it picks up. Okay, there's the score. So set score, and we're going to click, and we're going to see where it's gone blue on the side here. Okay, it's gone blue on the side. If I move it out of the way, look. So I don't want to apply it underneath like that. Okay, what I want to do is apply it to the side, so it does that. Okay, it's a different. If I apply it underneath, it skips the apply to bit and goes straight to set score. So we need to make sure that it runs through the apply to. Okay, and I'm going to specify what score I want to add. So this is the red gem, so I'm going to add 50 to my score, but I need to make sure that I select relative, because what that does, that adds 50 to the current value of the score. Okay, right, so that's the first gem done. So I'm going to close this down, and I'm going to copy or duplicate this event. Okay, so I'm going to choose what object is going to collide with, and this time I'm going to select the blue. And what that does, that copies the entire event, like the red gem, okay, to the blue gem. So there's the red gem I've just coded. This is the blue gem. Okay, so the only thing I need to change in here is the score value I'm going to set for the score of my blue gem. So I'm going to save that to 100. Okay, and again it's going to be relative. So let's check and see if that works. So let's run the game. Okay, so let's collect the red gem. So his score currently is at 0. So collect the red gem. I've now got 50 points. Oh, right. So there's something that's happening here that's not quite right, and I know straight away what I've done. So this is what coding is all about. So what I've done, because I'm working on my player object, I have said that when I collide with the red gem, I'm going to destroy the instance. Now what I haven't done is said that I'm going to destroy the other instance, because what I'm doing is when I collide with the gems, I've set it to destroy the character, because we've coded this in OBJ player. So what I need to do is to drop this little arrow down, okay, and select other, not self. Okay, so do the same thing on the blue gem one. Apply to other. Okay, so we want to destroy the other instance, not the instance of the player. So let's try that again. It's always good to find these errors. Okay, so let's try again. So when I hit the red gem, okay, I score 50 points and it destroys my there we are. Didn't want to do that really. So it destroyed my the gem. Okay. Oh my word, web. You can see I'm a hardcore gamer. Right. And when I click on the blue gem, when I hit the blue gem, you can see it scored me 100 points there. Okay, so just to prove that does work, if I go into my room and I go on to room 1, which is the room I'm talking about, and I click on my objects and I select the blue gem, hold it down the Alt key. Okay, if I put a blue gem there, a blue gem there, a blue gem there, that should add 300 points as soon as I touch them. Okay, so let's try. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I got 300 points by collecting those gems. So you know that your scoring system is working. Okay, so that's how you apply a scoring system to your game.